What is going on YouTube? It's Sank and we are back with another one. Now in this drop I'm coming at you with a couple of plays to put on your radar ahead of Monday morning's opening bell in the stock market. But before I kick things off, I'd like to help out the channel by hitting that like button because it keeps the show rolling. Now you guys saw the momentum we had in the stock market on Friday. We may or may not continue that same momentum next week, but regardless, we are set for many more days like we saw on Friday through the year. You guys got to know, through every crash and correction, several millionaires are created, and that is a fact. And several more investors are put on that path to hitting their first million. So it's important you guys use this opportunity while these plays are on the cheap to build out your portfolios in quality plays. That being said, I've got a couple of plays I want to put on your radar to get you guys thinking in the right way so I can direct you towards quality out there in these markets. Now, if you guys are interested in the stock market, if you're looking to make these money moves, I've got you on this one. So let's run the first one. The first one I've got for that's SLM Corporation, ticker symbol SLM. This is going to be one of your typical growth plays you're used to seeing. Like a Tesla, we still rock with those types of plays, but this is a play that brings a different dynamic to your portfolios. Now, out of all the plays I'm going to share with you guys today, this is the only one where that price hasn't been beaten down over the last 3 months. In fact, over the last 3 months, this one's up 33%. This is because they bring different values to the table versus your growth plays. First up, that valuation is in check. Price to sales, price to earnings is low versus your growth plays where that's high. Now, when we go through market volatility corrections, it's this types of play that's going to be shielded and guarded from that downwards volatility you've seen with the growth plays. Also, this is one of those under radar plays. It's not out there on YouTube. You're not going to see this one 50 times a day like you might see with a Palantir, for example. Now, what's going to happen if you only have those types of plays in your portfolios? At some point in time, you're going to leave the goal open for these market manipulators to strike. Also, this is a play that's going to benefit in an inflation environment. You guys know market was wobbled and shaked by fears of inflation rising. This is a play because of those loan products that they do that's going to increase their revenues off the back of increased inflation. So it gives you guys, as I say, a new dynamic way to diversify your portfolios and continue winning in these markets. So this one's dropped below $20. I'm happy where they're at because of that low valuation for making entry where they're at right now. And I'm expecting this one to close out the year strong around that $25 mark. The next one I've got for that Square, ticker symbol SQ, coming in at $207. Now if we check out the charts on this one's got strong support at that $200 mark, and that support has been tested 4 times now. The first in January, twice in March, and then once this week just gone. And we know this is one of these plays highly targeted during this tech sell-off with plays like Apple, plays like Shopify, plays like Roku, but this is a play that still holds its weight in the marketplace. Now, because they've dropped down to support, that opens up an attractive entry point to start a position or increase your existing position, or dollar cost average down if you're already holding this one. Now, under good market conditions, I'm expecting this one to fly back up to that resistance around that $270 mark. That's already good upside on where they're at of over 30%. This is a play we know they're expanding, we know they're doing well, hitting their numbers, getting into the crypto side of things as well. I'm expecting good things for this play as we go through the year and move into 2022. So this is one of these plays you guys want to get your position in at good entry. Now, although entry at this point is more attractive, I will let you know if inflationary fears persist in these markets, this one is likely to break through that $200 support and move into the 190s. That's exactly why I say we nibble at these plays. You never go all in one single investment. You build your position over time, catching the play on the cheap. Now, the drawback with Square that you guys got to know is that price to earnings ratio attached to the play is very high. It's the flip side of SLM. And you guys want to be more lightweight on these plays that are more expensive, like a Square in the portfolio, although they still have their place in your portfolio because of that growth potential. The next one I've got for that's NIO, ticker symbol NIO. Now I'm holding firm in this one, but what we want to see is them navigate the shortcomings in the EV industry, like the shortages in these semiconductors. So this still remains a big potential play, but it's not going to come without its short-term hurdles. So with this one, it's all about staying the course and riding through that volatility. I want to give you guys a heads up. In April, they managed to lock in 23% market share, eclipsing plays like Tesla that came in at 17%. So that's just testament to the brand and technology that NIO have. So this is a play that could generate multi-year wins for investors, as I say, if you're able to stay the course, because we know the EV space in China is going to continue to grow year after year. It's in its infancy stage. So this is one of these plays that you want to build your position and grow with right through that short-term volatility. 12 months time, that stock price could be looking very different. But the way I would play is, as I say, with these types of plays that break through support, and support on this one is at $35, I like to see them climb back up to support and trade flat, show some strength in that stock price before I increase my position or dollar cost average down into this one. Otherwise, if they continue to trend down, they could hit their next support, and I might as well just wait for that cheaper price, and that's in the stock. The next one I've got for you, that's Grow Generation, ticker symbol GRWG, coming in at $40. Now I'm going to give you an update with the game plan on this one. So right now they're trading bang on support at that $40 mark. Now in worst case scenario, if the stock market does get bad over the next couple of weeks, I can see this one dropping down, as I say, worst case to around $32. I think that will be their next support. Now in a good case, we see some momentum in the stock market. I see this one climbing back to their previous support that was around $44, $45. So making entry at $40 or below looks like a good deal to me on this play. And when you guys are jumping into these plays, you've got to ask yourself, what are you getting for your investment? Grow Generation make it easy to answer that question. Here we have a play that's growing year on year 100%, and they're doing it with ease. You guys see the acquisitions this one's making from week to week, and I expect them to continue to do that moving forward. Also, you're getting a play that margin is increasing. We know margin increased over 100 basis points, so it's showing that operational efficiency. And as a matter of fact, they did that in an environment where there were port delays and supply issues. So you can only imagine what the potential of this play is once they're running at full steam. Also know this one's focused. They got that plan to hitting their goals by 2023 of opening up 100 retail outlets. So this is a play I'm expecting to continue, not just this year, 2022 and 2023. So again, another play I'm expecting to have multi-year wins on. Now we know the market's weak right now, so it's suppressing this play. You guys saw how they annihilated their earnings. So moving into a good market, I'm expecting this one to comfortably move up to the $60 mark and more. So right now I've got 115 shares in the clip on this one, and over the next couple of weeks I'm looking to increase this to 200 shares. As I say, I'm looking to win big on this play. I think it's an undervalued play, trading just above 10 times price to sales. And if you compare that to other plays in the same industry, that's looking like a good price point for a play that's growing this rapidly. So this is another one I'm to bring to attention ahead of Monday morning's opening bell on the stock market. So if you've been rocking with the channel, you know what time is. Now Michael says, thanks again. I think most of us would have lost money and sold if it wasn't for what you've been teaching us and changing that mindset. So to round this one up, I just want to share this one with you guys. Now, during the stock market, during these types of times, what it can feel like is a fight that you are losing. But I just want you guys to know that you've only seen 3/4 of a cycle. A lot of you have seen the bull run, then you've seen that correction, you've seen the consolidation, but you haven't seen the recovery phase. Now, I've been through several full cycles. The last one I went through is when the pandemic hit. Now, anyone who was investing during the pandemic time will tell you they wish they invested more when these plays plummeted to the ground back last year around that March, April time, because the recovery that a lot of these plays made, a lot of money was left on the table if they didn't fully build out their positions and continue invest in the stock market while these plays are on the cheap. So I'm going to ensure that the whole family knows that. So as we go through this phase, now ahead of the recovery in the markets, that you guys have your positions built out in quality plays. And that's the key, guys. It's all about quality plays right now. And it's very easy to identify what is a quality play because we are deep in earnings season and most of these players have now released their Q1 results. All you guys got to do is ensure that they are hitting their objectives, crushing street estimates, and ideally both on a revenue and an earnings per share level, and as well as providing some good guidance for forward-looking numbers. Now, if all of those are in check, like a Grow Generation, for example, you know you're onto a winner. Now, what the stock market likes to do is it detaches from reality, both on the way up and on the way down. During bull runs, it detaches from the fundamentals, and during corrective phases, sell-offs, it also detaches from the fundamentals. But you guys got to know there's always going to be a reconfiguration at some point. So these undervalued plays, these underappreciated plays, and I could put several on your radar right now that we go through on a daily in the stock market, they will come back, make their climb strong. So the opportunity is to get them now while, you know, they're not getting the love that they deserve. So as I say, it's all about just holding frame, keeping that champion mindset that I say in the stock market, and staying the course in these quality plays and having a game plan that you stick to. That's going to see you through to victory. Alright, so that wraps up for this one. If you'd like to help out the channel, do hit the like button, and if you're new, join the movement by hitting that subscribe. Also, leave me down any comments and questions you have below. I want to say I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.